In every functional democracy, the practice of being accountable is a critical component of the art of leadership. For good governance to be instituted, leadership must not only be responsible, but also be seen to be willing and ready to give account of its activities. True to this fact, Governor Kumi Ambode, upholding the virtue of accountability, has been consistent in giving the reports of his administration to Lagosians. During the second quarter of the year, the administration initiated policies, implemented programs, and executed various projects across the state. The quarter opened on a very interesting note with a new initiative tagged An Evening of Jazz, held on Saturday, 30th April. The event was not only to commemorate the International Jazz Festival, it was also to drive tourism in the state. Lagos State opened a huge platform to stimulate and drive patronage for micro, small and medium enterprises through an exclusive fair designed to promote brands created and owned by Nigerians. The fair was, however, dedicated to products being manufactured in the state. The event, which was supported by Konga, Nigeria's largest online mall, had as theme strategic partnership to promote development and patronage of local products for sustainable employment generation and economic growth. Governor Kumi Ambode lent a huge support to the producers by attending the fair in person wearing a locally manufactured apparel. On Monday, 16th May, members of the State Executive Council, divided into 5 groups, embarked on commissioning of projects completed by the state, local government, and local council development areas in different parts of the state. The exercise, which lasted till Friday, 20th May, led to the inauguration of 10 schools, 21 roads, among others. The trend continued on Monday, 23rd May, with another set of projects. This time, it was to mark the state visit of President Muhammadu Buhari, who was represented by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. The projects commissioned were the newly completed Ago Okota Palace Way in Okota, Isolo, and the newly designated and rebranded Lagos State Emergency Management Agency Lasema Response Unit at Kapa, Oshodi.
The security and welfare of Lagosians is a responsibility I do not take lightly, and one that this administration is dedicating considerable resources to fulfilling through all our initiatives over the past 12 months. In keeping with our responsibility to secure lives and property today, this facility has been established to respond to all kinds of emergencies out of this specially designed dispatch center, and it is the first of its kind in the country. Although it is imperative to state that the intent is to prevent emergencies and mishaps, we may not be able to completely eliminate them. As a result, we must be ready to swing into action and save lives and property whenever these unfortunate events occur. With this rescue center, our initial goal is to significantly bring down response time by our responders. Over the coming months, we will work tirelessly to do so. And in the next phase of this project, we will roll out dispatch centers across key areas within the state, with the goal of further reducing response times. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, is empowered by law to coordinate all the first responder activities: the Lagos State Fire Service, the Lagos State Ambulance Service, and the Lagos State Traffic Management Agency. We have equipped the emergency agency with trained personnel and equipment to effectively carry out its objective to save lives and livelihoods. We are deploying GPS technology and eventually CCTV coverage to trace all callers or incidences and send the nearest available trained responder to them. We have the 112 emergency line, and Lagosians can now speak to better trained agents manning the phone lines round the clock every single day of the year. We ask our citizens to cooperate with us by calling only in cases of genuine emergency. Every time you place what is known as a false call, you divert resources and attention from someone who may be genuinely in need. LASEMA needs the cooperation of the Nigerian Police Force and other federal law enforcement agencies to carry out services effectively.
At Tafawa Balewa Square, Professor Osinbajo also handed over 140 patrol vans, 335 power bikes, and other security gadgets acquired by the state government to the Nigerian police and other security agencies in the state.
These vehicles and power vehicles that have been provided for the Lagos State government, and I also joined the Lagos State government in presenting this to the Inspector General of Police for and on behalf of the Lagos State Police Command. And so I commissioned these vehicles and the power bikes to the glory of God and for the benefit of the great people of Lagos State.
The commissioning trail continued on Thursday, 26th May, at the 20th convocation ceremony of Lagos State University, LASU. Here, Governor Kyumi Ambode commissioned the Faculty of Science new lecture complex, Faculty of Law Twin Lecture Theatre, and LASU Radio 95.7 FM. The institution's Chancellor, Justice Adeshola Oguntade, was also inaugurated, just as about 17,695 graduates and postgraduate students graduated.
Upon my assumption of office as the governor of Lagos State, I saw the urgent need to focus on Lagos State University and quickly bring the then lingering crisis in the university to a halt. Today, we can confidently say that good reasoning has prevailed and the crisis is forever behind us. After learning of the yearning of members of staff through their respective staff unions, I assented to the bill amending the Lagos State University law on the 5th of January 2016. With these amendments, academic staff of professional cadre can now retire at the age of 70, while academic staff of other cadres and non-academic staff will now retire at the age of 65. Students can now live on the campus. And we also said the Vice Chancellor shall henceforth hold office for a single term of 5 years. In the last few months, our government has increased the monthly subvention to the university, while also embarking on massive infrastructural development in the Ojo campus of the university. This includes the relaying of all the roads on the campus, the lighting of the campus. We're also working on the Lasso Senate building, the main library, and the staff quarters, and the rehabilitation of the Lasso Waterworks. We believe strongly that by this time next year, we would have completed all these projects.
Another dividend of the massive road construction program embarked upon by Governor Akiumi Ambode's administration is the completion of Ajasa Command Meron Road in Alimosho. It is a major road that now facilitates movements and exchanges of people, goods and services. That same Friday, 27th May, the official logo for Lagos at 50th celebrations was unveiled by government through the committee set up to plan the celebration. The event was preceded by the Vision of the Child Award ceremony. On 29th May, the administration marked its first year in office. 2 events were held to mark the day. The first was a Thanksgiving service led by the chief celebrant, Governor Akiumi Ambode.
Why are we doing Thanksgiving? It's just to encourage ourselves so that whatever it is that we believe in, that's what we will worship. We believe in God, and that's why we're worshiping God. And we know by doing this Thanksgiving, we're going to get more blessings. And that's the main reason why we're doing it. And to also thank God for the peace He has afforded us in Lagos State and the unity that is expanding day by day amongst everyone that live in Lagos. You know, typically, when I come out sometimes to talk ex-tempo, and it's not prepared speech, I use songs to create the testimony of God in my life. So you permit me, I always have my usual songs for those who know me. So don't bother whether you're going to start rhyming it. Because you see, at the end of the day, all the glory belongs to God. At the end of the day. So it's not about me. It's about what God is doing. So my first song is going to be All the Glory must be to the Lord, for He is worthy of our praise. No man on earth should give glory to Himself. All the glory must be Father, who will never fail me. I have a Father who will never fail me. Jesus is my Father, He will never fail me. Rock of Ages, never fail. I have a Father who will never fail me.
The second event was the hosting of people living with disabilities. It was a special occasion set aside to celebrate these people as the administration pledges to pay greater attention to their needs and provide conducive environment for them to live and thrive. The drive for sustainable wealth creation was taken further in the last quarter. On Thursday, 9th June, the administration held the first stakeholders summit on Lagos State sustainable wealth and employment creation. The occasion presented another opportunity to reinforce the implementation of the Employment Trust Fund law. In continuation of preparation towards the election of officials of local government and local council development areas, government effected a change of leadership of the 57 LGAs and LCDAs on Monday, 13th June. The executive secretaries thus gave way to sole administrators who are now in charge of this third tier of government. To mark his birthday on Tuesday, 14th June, Governor Ambode hosted the committee encouraging corporate philanthropy and some friends to an event tagged Special Giving Tuesday. The event was specially used to raise funds for the provision of 3 mobile cancer centers in the 3 senatorial districts in the state. On Thursday, 16th June, Lagos State Government organized long service award ceremony for 555 officers across different grade levels and cadres. The award was bestowed on officers who have spent at least 34 meritorious years in the service of the state. The award was followed by the celebration of Public Service Week. The week-long event started on Friday, 24th June, and featured various programs. These include press briefing by the head of service, Mrs. Olabowale Ademola, Jumat service, fitness walk from Ikeja Local Government Secretariat to the State's House of Assembly Complex, Alausa Secretariat, Thanksgiving service, and parade of materials and personnel amidst music and dancing by ministries, departments, and agencies. The week-long activity also includes free health check for public servants and visit to charity organizations. The grand finale was held on Thursday, 23rd June, featuring a public lecture and recognition of outstanding public servants. 61 officers, 33 in senior and 28 in junior categories across ministries, departments, and agencies were honored for their contributions to the growth and development of the service.
23rd of every year is a day to remind all public servants across the globe about the virtue and nobility of service. It is a time to review and take stock of our service delivery to the public. Today, Lagos State joins the global public service to celebrate our accomplishments and recognize those who have demonstrated uncommon zeal in the discharge of their duties. We felicitate with all public servants in Lagos State and all public sector employees across the world on this special day, dedicated to celebrate them by the United Nations. Lagos State public servants have over the years continued to work hard and distinguish themselves, delivering quality services to the public, which has confirmed our state as a true center of excellence. And our public service are second to none in terms of productivity and efficiency. The theme for this year's celebration, inclusiveness and public service delivery, reflects some of the goals of our administration, which are to deliver first-class service to all Lagosians and to run a government of inclusion that will leave nobody behind. This celebration is another opportunity for us to reflect on the journey and progress made so far in transforming our public service. For development to occur in any society, the government must continually overhaul its machinery of service for efficiency. This informed our decision to introduce some reforms on assumption of office. The result of this effort is that our government has become more responsive to the yearnings of our people. We have brought openness and inclusiveness to governance to increase involvement, enhance wider citizen participation, and thereby contribute to the emergence of useful innovations.
Within the last quarter, Governor Ambode's administration unveiled 3 major initiatives that will redefine the future of Lagos. The first was the new Oshode Transport Interchange on Tuesday, 24th May. The second was the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding for the construction of the 4th Mainland Bridge on Wednesday, 25th May, and the third was in faraway Dubai, where the administration, with the support of Smart City Lagos Limited, signed a support and cooperation agreement with Smart City Dubai. These will extend Dubai Knowledge Cluster model to create a network of interconnected, self-sustaining knowledge-based communities that drive knowledge economy. As it has been the tradition, Lagos State Government marked this year's edition of June 12 celebration. Held at the Blue Roof within Lagos television premises on Agidingbi Road, Ikeja, the event presented another opportunity to recognize the sacrifice of the heroes of June 12, 1993 struggle and the need to ensure a viral democratic practice in Nigeria. As part of the activities of the last quarter, Governor Ambode signed the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission and local government bills into law. This was on Thursday, 5th May. He then swore in the chairman and 4 other members of the commission on Wednesday, 29th June. At various times, extensive tour of ongoing projects were embarked upon to ensure compliance with standards and their speedy delivery. This took the administration to Oshodi Apapa Road, various primary healthcare centers, Oworoshoki Bypass, Berger Pedestrian Bridge, and lay-by, including Abulegba Flyover. These also include a special tour of Dangote Industrial Complex at Lekki Free Trade Zone, led by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and members of the federal and state executive councils. The extensive tour covered the refinery, petrochemical and fertilizer plants, including a subsea gas pipeline being constructed by the company in the zone. On Friday, 8th July, Governor Akinwumi Ambode hosted year 2016 one-day governor, Master Olashendi Olufemi of Shasha Community Senior High School. The one-day governor had emerged as winner of the Spelling Bee competition earlier in the year. For Governor Akinwumi Ambode's administration, the second quarter of year 2016 was full of activities covering projects that have considerable impacts on the welfare and well-being of Lagosians. With the reassurance and commitment to continue on this path, there is no doubt that the people and the state are set to experience a greater leap in quality of life and infrastructure development.